Hello, everyone, and welcome again for another student impact project here, Ecology Impact Project. This is a very exciting project, cryptocurrency research. Cryptocurrency, as you know, it's a very contemporary idea. It's a very contemporary finance and economic idea, but it's going to impact every aspect of our life. Vast majority of people have heard about it. They have heard about people who are involved in it. There are lots of news about cryptocurrency. We hear about Bitcoin and Dogecoin and whatnot. But most people also don't know what exactly it is, and most importantly, how it is going to impact our life. So this research is focused on some of the very fundamentals of cryptocurrency. What are people around us saying? Who are involved? What are banks saying? What are governments saying? And most importantly, how it's going to impact our life. I'm delighted to welcome Shivin and Soham. Soham from Step by Step School. They are going to be presenting this. So without any further ado, I'd like to hand it over to you, Shivin and Soham. Take it forward.
So hi guys, my name is Shavin and I'm here with Soham. We are working on a project of cryptocurrency. And before we start everything, we just want to tell you this is for education purposes only. This is not financial advice.
So why we chose a project on cryptocurrency was crypto is a emerging era. Like we think like it can be a emerging era of currency. Like whenever somebody gets up in the morning, they usually see in the newspaper the headline of stock markets only, and there's nothing as such mentioned about cryptocurrency. So because of this, the majority people and the common people don't know like a simple question like what is cryptocurrency, how does it work, and who operates it. So we basically just wanted to tell people, especially our generation, like what cryptocurrency is, like because it might be the future fiat currency also. And according to stats and figures, in the next 10 to 15 years, it may take a 20 to 25% share in the economy.
So you must be wondering what exactly is cryptocurrency. So before going into cryptocurrency, I'd just like to define currency. Currency is generally accepted to have value as a medium of exchange so that it can be traded for goods and services. So basically, a currency we can use a currency in the form of fiat or digital to exchange valuable goods, which is beneficial for customers, which helps in determining a part of the economy. So similarly, as we define currency, a cryptocurrency can be defined as a digital or virtual currency that is secured by cryptography, which makes it nearly impossible to hack or get in the lines of the cryptocurrency services. Many cryptocurrencies are decentralized networks based on blockchain technology. The decentralized and the blockchain technology are going to be spoken about in the next slides. And one more appealing feature of the cryptocurrency is that it has no government interference and it's totally decentralized. So it's basically going on a network of technology and no one controlling behind it. Over to Swam.
So how is cryptocurrency used? So these currencies can be operated through various exchange mediums, and like we can just download these apps in any device we feel like, and it's quite simple to use. And these apps just help us like people to just buy and sell the cryptos the way stockbrokers like buy, share, and sell in the stock market. So the popular crypto exchanges are Binance. Binance is the biggest exchange medium, and it's based out of US. So this is the most biggest. So majority of people use Binance, but a person like me or like a common person who just wants to start investing in crypto, I would not recommend them Binance because it's quite complex and it's quite tough to use. But you get the best rates in Binance to buy crypto. Then comes the WazirX. This is the one like a common person can start with because it's quite simple to understand, and especially in India because it also helps us to buy the crypto in INR. So it's quite simple for us. And then the coin switch also, in this there's no taxes, so like it's quite, so the people might think it's a very good app because we pay less for cryptocurrency, but that's not true. In actual, as there's no taxes being involved, the rate at which we buy cryptocurrency in coin switch is quite higher compared to the others. And then there are these other cryptocurrency exchanges also. And the major players in the ecosystem, like some are institutional, some are individual. Like the institutional are the ARK Investment Management, the Kinetic Portfolio Trust, and the Arcadius Wealth in Advisors. But the biggest one is the Kinetic Portfolio Trust, and the individual, like you all must have heard about the Elon Musk, Barry Silverate, Dan Mohrad, and these individual players have a huge impact on the cryptocurrencies. Like as you must be hearing, Elon Musk say Dodge to the moon, and as soon as he says Dodge to the moon, the value of Dogecoin just jumped like mad, like 200% up. And as soon as he said that Tesla will be like currently stop accepting Bitcoin, so the value of Bitcoin just fell like 5 to 6 lakhs in a day. So that's the influence of the individual players on the cryptocurrency. So,
Okay, so why is crypto beneficial for investing? I just want to repeat, this is for educational purposes only. This is no financial advice. So the first point we have here is lower transactional fees. So if, for example, you are going to lend money to a bank, they will probably give you a 3 to 4% of your a 3 to 4% of interest in your money. So comparatively, if we see in the basis of India, it's just 3 to 4 rupees of fees. So that's comparatively very low transactional fees. So increased protection. The cryptocurrency is held on a very secure line in the security of blockchain, which is explained ahead in the slides. So it has zero, almost minimum risk of hacking. And till date, there's been no hacking or taking out currency from the crypto services. So it's decentralized. Decentralized means basically that there is no government intervention. It is totally on the lines of technology. The government cannot interfere with how crypto is being handled or how volatile the crypto is. So transactions on demand. I think this is common to the fact that you can take out your deposits from the bank in demand or in your demand. So similarly, you can like take out your money from the cryptocurrency you've invested in demand, and around 5 minutes your money is going to be in your bank. So money minting process if invested right, I think this is a very self-explanatory point. If you've invested right, you'll make money out of it.
so like the technology behind crypto is the blockchain. So this is one of the most highly secure technology till date. So like so the blockchain makes it like nearly impossible to hack or cheat. That's why people do trust in crypto who invest. So basically, blockchain is a shared digital ledger owned by users on the blockchain network that is duplicated and distributed across the entire network of the computer system on the blockchain. So this basically makes it quite transparent for everyone. As like we all on the same page and we invest. So like we can see who's invested how much and who owns how much. And the one of the more advantages of blockchain is that there's no middle person. So there's no transaction fee like in the stock market, we usually have to hire a broker and pay him some transaction fee in crypto. So due to blockchain, that gets eliminated over here. So it's quite beneficial for consumers because we pay less, and it's also automating manual actions. So that basically it creates a more speedy, efficient, and transparent technology framework. So this is till date one of the more secure, like highly secured and quite beneficial technology till now. So that's why people do trust the blockchain.
So in the past around 5 to 7 years, we have seen a lot of banning of cryptocurrency from the governments. So the first ban on crypto was initiated by Bolivia in 2014, followed by Egypt, Turkey, China, Nepal, the UK, Bangladesh, etc., etc. So why exactly are they banning cryptocurrency? What are the reasons for them to ban the cryptocurrencies? So the government is threatened by the idea of cryptocurrency because this disrupts their monetary policy. So you must be wondering, what exactly is monetary policy? Monetary policy refers to the actions undertaken by a nation's central bank to control money supply and achieve sustainable economic growth. So why is it exactly disrupting the monetary policy? This is because huge amounts of money from the banks are being taken out to be invested in the cryptocurrencies. They use central bank to issue or destroy money out of thin air using what is known as monetary policy to exert economic influence. They also dictate how fiat currency. So fiat currency is basically the notes that we use as exchange of medium. So they also dictate how fiat currencies can be transferred, enabling them to track currency movement, dictate who profits that from that the movement, collect taxes in it, and trace criminal activity. All of this control is lost when non-government bodies create their own currency. So as discussed earlier, the crypto is a non-government body. It's decentralized. So the running of crypto, the money being taken out of banks just worries the government because all the money has been invested into crypto. And when it comes to commercial banks, there's literally no money left for loans because all the money is there for investing. So the main reason for central banks, so in the past, the cryptocurrency has really risen in its popularity and it's really taking over the fiat currency. So you may not even know, maybe in like 10 years of time, it's not, rupees or dollars that you're using as a medium of exchange. It's maybe just Bitcoin or Shiba Inu or Ripple that you're using as a medium of exchange. That's the idea that the governments are being threatened of too. So the governments have actually made actually tried to make a technology of their own, a digital technology, a digital currency. And the main reason for central banks to develop a currency are to improve the efficiency for payments. And obviously, digital currency of banks themselves would be more beneficial for the government rather than non-government digital currencies, which is why the government embraces the idea of digital currency. Also, the 60% of central banks already work on their own digital currencies. So you can see how big of an idea this has become among the governments and the banks. So now we come to future of crypto in the aspects of affairs in India. So currently India views cryptocurrency as a threat to the fiat currency, which could lead a major decline in bank holdings and loan lending and damage the monetary policy as discussed previously. According to the government, India should ban to maintain the regular flow of the monetary system, which is centralized. But according to the crypto holders, the Indian government should not post any ban on cryptocurrency and let deposits be as high as unlimited. So recently we have seen that there have been a lot of lawsuits, a lot of news about cryptocurrency being banned in India. And there were a lot of exchange mediums which were closed, which were not allowed to deposit. So this was all because of the bill the Supreme Court passed in 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020. There were 4 bills passed in 4 years. The government says it will introduce a bill to create sovereign digital currency and simultaneously ban all cryptocurrency. The trial has been rejected by the Supreme Court numerous times. In India, despite all the threats by the government, transaction volumes are swelling. 8 million investors now hold 100 billion rupees in crypto investments, according to the industry estimates, but no official data is available. So we can see how the Indian government has actually really tried to ban the cryptocurrency and how it's really threatened by it. But the Supreme Court had rejected it, and as I just read, 8 million investors hold 100 billion rupees, which is a lot of amount. So according to me, in future of crypto in India, I don't think that the fiat currency is really gonna, go up. I think the cryptocurrency, the currency of crypto is really gonna take over. It's really gonna become the medium of exchange. Over to
So like,
Soham.
there are many controversies over cryptocurrency. So one of the major ones why people are worried are the government regulations. Like government reacts to crypto in a very different way. Sometimes they're aggressive, sometimes they're fine. So like it's quite weird for the investors to invest and they're always worried. So that's natural. So like that's why all the investors have to always like being like always see like what the government is doing, because they just create a new law, and in that the common people do not benefit and they harmed a lot. So like this what happened in Korea also. Like recently Korea just banned the the um, buying of cryptocurrencies, because through anonymous bank accounts, because they thought that it could lead to it could lead of crime, because people could launder money. So that's why the governments are creating new laws. But Korea told like they can buy cryptocurrencies like through the official bank account and stuff, but not through anonymous ones. So that's the government regulation controversy. Then comes the issue of inheritance. Like in the stock market, when a person usually dies, all his stocks is given to his family. But in crypto, that's a issue, because if a person passes away, there's no way the family can get it, because for the family to get it, they need to know the password. And if the password is unknown, it's like nearly impossible for the family to get the crypto he bought. So that's a major loss. And then the security risk also, that's quite obvious, because as it's digital, it is vulnerable to hackers, operational glitches, and malware. So like till date, only in 2014, there was one infamous example of MT Gox hacking. Like in 2014, the Bitcoin, which led to a lot of millions of dollars loss in Japan, which also made the Japan exchange shut down. And there's market risk also. Like that's obvious. Like if there's money involved, there will be market risk, and it's quite volatile due to major players. Like I already mentioned, Elon Musk. Like as soon as he makes a statement, the value fluctuate a lot. And there are many amateur investors also. So like they just invest in any crypto they feel like. So because of that, also the value of cryptocurrencies fluctuate a lot. Thank you.